Have you ever wondered why, even when you do everything right, money never seems to be enough? You wake up early, face traffic, work hard, pay the bills, and when you check your account at the end of the month, there's almost nothing left. It feels like there's some invisible force draining your energy and taking every dollar you make. And the truth is, that force does exist, but it's not magic, it's not spiritual. It's simply the result of rules you never learned to follow. These are ancient principles forgotten by most, but still working today the same way they did thousands of years ago. That's why in this video, I'm going to reveal to you the so-called commandments of money, but not in the way you think. We're not talking about religion here, but about financial laws that, if you don't respect them, will keep you poor, in debt, and a slave to the system. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, because what I'm about to share could change the direction of your life. And here comes the first punch. You love money more than you realize. You can deny it, you can say you don't, but just look at your behavior. How many times have you bought something just to impress someone? How many times have you financed a phone, clothes, or even a car just to prove your status? That is idolizing money. That is putting money as the master of your life instead of using it as a tool. And what happens to those who do this? They end up enslaved by consumption, always chasing more but never satisfied. Money cannot be your god, because when it takes that place, it becomes a tyrant. The real shift happens when you understand that money must be your servant. It must work for you, not the other way around. And here's a spoiler. While you keep spending to show off, the rich are laughing because they've learned to make their money multiply in silence. But it's not just about controlling vanity. There is an even crueler mistake that destroys wealth: the lack of respect for your own earnings. Sounds absurd, but it's real. Millions of people sacrifice days, nights, weekends, mental energy and health to make money, and then don't value it at all. They waste it all on instant pleasures, that Friday night out, daily food delivery, or that easy credit they call a reward because I deserve it. But that's not a reward. It's a trap. The system loves when you spend without thinking, because that way you'll never have capital to invest, never build wealth, and stay stuck in the hamster wheel. Respecting your effort means treating every dollar like a seed that could become a forest, or like a spark that, if you put it out, will never become a fire. And now for the most uncomfortable truth. If you're trapped in debt, it's not bad luck, it's disobedience to a basic rule. Debt is the modern prison, the invisible chain tying you to the bank, the lender, and your credit card. You think you control your money, but in reality, your bills control you. Every time you accept abusive interest rates, every time you split a payment into 12 installments for no reason, you're signing a contract of slavery. And don't think it's a coincidence. The system was designed this way. The more you owe, the more they profit. You work, but the interest gets rich. While you're paying 20% interest on your credit card, the bank is investing with your money at 1% per month and still making money off you. While you're sweating to pay bills, they're enjoying life with your debt. And maybe the most shocking point is this: money sitting still is dead money. So many people think they're doing the right thing just because they managed to save and keep it in the bank. But saving alone won't make you rich. Saving is only the first step. The real game begins when you learn to multiply. Money has to work. It has to move. It's like planting seeds. If you keep them in your pocket, they rot. But if you put them in the right soil, they grow, bear fruit, and multiply. The difference between the poor and the rich isn't just how much they make, but how they make their money work. The poor save and spend. The rich invest and reinvest. Stagnant money is like stagnant water. It attracts problems. Invested money is like a flowing river. It generates energy, feeds, and creates life. And here's another truth many ignore. You spend more than you earn. You don't need advanced math to see it. Just look at your statement: maxed out credit cards, overdrafts, loans piling up. The world is designed to push you into consumption. Advertising exists for one reason: to make you believe you need what you don't, and while you spend, someone else gets rich. You work all month, and in the end, the ones who prosper are the banks, the credit companies, and the brands selling you things on credit. Living below your means and investing the difference is the simple rule almost nobody follows. The result? Everyone complains, but very few actually prosper. And here's a harsh truth: your hard work will not make you rich. That's right. You can sweat, wake up early, work overtime, even work weekend, and still remain poor. Millions live this way. Why? Because blind effort does not create wealth. What creates wealth is strategy, intelligence, using your head before your hands. That doesn't mean stop working. It means redirecting your effort. Work to create assets, work to invest, work to build businesses. At the end of the day, the ones who get rich aren't the ones who sweat the most, but the ones who think the smartest. And don't fool yourself. One of the most toxic poisons of money is envy. While you're staring at your neighbor's financed car, your friend's trips on installments, or their social media posts, you're wasting your own opportunity. Envy is the system's favorite distraction because it makes you spend to imitate instead of grow. The silent rich know this. They don't care about showing off. They care about multiplying. They know that the same people who laugh at you today for saving will be the ones asking for your secret tomorrow when you refree. And here's something even more controversial: generosity without intelligence will make you poor. Some people brag about helping everyone, but later they're the ones asking for help. It's hard to hear, but it's true. Generosity isn't about giving everything, it's about giving strategically. When you invest in knowledge, in the right people, in the right opportunities, the returns come multiplied. It's not about closing your hand, it's about planting in fertile soil. The rich know how to be generous, but they do it smartly. Another ignored commandment is this: seek wisdom before money. The whole world is chasing bigger paychecks, but almost nobody is chasing more knowledge. That's why even the biggest fortunes can vanish in the hands of someone unprepared. How many lottery winners have you seen go back to being broke in a few years? The problem wasn't how much came in, it was the lack of knowledge to multiply it. The rich understand that knowledge is the most powerful asset because it produces money forever. Investing in financial education, in books, in learning from mistakes, is what separates those who only have money temporarily from those who build lasting wealth. And finally, here's the commandment that bothers people the most. Money isn't everything. Sounds contradictory, but it's the biggest truth. Money buys comfort, buys luxury, buys status, but it doesn't buy back lost time. The real goal of getting rich isn't just to pile up stuff, it's to buy freedom. It's waking up without an alarm clock, deciding what to do with your day, living without fear of tomorrow. Because in the end, money is just a tool. It's not the end, it's the means. If your money doesn't buy your time back, if it doesn't give you freedom, then you haven't really understood wealth. So here's the final reflection. Are you living as a slave to the system, or have you started applying the commandments that make money work for you? Because those who understand these rules, who stop idolizing consumption, who respect their own effort, who escape debt, who invest with discipline, who learn before they earn, those people live a completely different future. While some chase bills, others chase freedom. While some work for money, others make money work for them. And in the end, that is the difference between those who will complain all their lives and those who will achieve true financial independence. Now, the choice is yours. Stay the same, trapped in the invisible rules that keep you broke, or finally flip the table and start applying the commandments that turn money into your servant and you into its master.